Gonna make the profiles boom, 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 boom. What they is, I'm gonna tell you what it is today on Gunner's Profiles. What it is real life, real talk by a real one who really did that, right? What it isn't is bullshit, added preservatives. We're not gonna get into that right now. We're not gonna talk about fake stories and do all that. We're just gonna give it to you real. Deuce O Nina in a menudo style and direct fashion. Orale Stockton's finest, Nate Diaz. I wanted to talk a little bit about Nate. The misconceptions and what people say about Nate, what they don't really know, what's really going on with big Nate Diaz, right? Now, of course, Stockton, California, the most grimiest, hitters in a menudo style. Hitters are coming from the 209 area, Stockton, right? Stockton, California has always been known to produce some righteous individuals, some individuals that ain't fucking around, homes. The vatos ain't playing. And Nick and Nate Diaz, the brothers, man, are predominantly known, as Stockton through and through, 209's finest, man, real ones, gangsters. Now, of course, we know there's a big fight coming up, man, this weekend between who's that guy's name? Khamzat Chimaev, and of course, Nathan Diaz, right? Stockton's finest. Now, I will tell you this. There's a lot of people that get misconceptions about Nate Diaz, and they get it all twisted, thinking that he's a gang member, he's a gang banger, and he's all into that. That's furthest from the truth. Nate Diaz is a product of the 209, is a product of Stockton, which does mean he has gangster in him. Okay? He's sipped from that same water, from that same well of 209's most vicious. Don't get it twisted, right? When I say that 209 hits differently. Okay? Every other place got gangsterism involved as well. Okay? But when it comes to California, when it comes to the Central Valley to the 209, there's just a little different stilo there, a little different flavor. Anyone that's from the 209 area knows that it's just a little gangstified. And in that fashion, right, you got to be a little bit thuggish, ruggish when it comes to the 209. I grew up in the 209 area, okay? I'm not going to say I'm some gangster, I'm a thug, I'm hardcore, I'm a criminal, I'm this, I'm that. Charlie, that's furthest from the truth as well. But I did grow up around the scene, so I know exactly what time it is. And at one point in time, just because the wind was blowing, man, I was getting my menudo on. Now, I will tell you this. Nate Diaz is a product of those hard Stockton streets. Growing up in Stockton, you have to be a cut above the rest. You have to be cut from a different cloth. Pierda, harder than a rock, solid. And that's just because the streets that he grew up on, man, people don't play no games. It's a cutthroatish place. Everybody's trying to get over on everybody. Everyone is trying to get that bag. Everyone is trying to come up. And in the 209 streets of Stockton, you have to use these to make it happen. Or these, allegedly, right? Or this. You just never know. There will be weaponry involved. But this guy chose, just like his brother, he chose to model himself after his brother and let his brother be his inspiration. And they got into MMA at a very young age. Now, growing up in Stockton, you could do two things. You're going to fight. That's right off the top. But you could either go the right way or you can go the wrong way. Nate Diaz chose to go the right way. He chose to put that gangsterism, that fighting spirit into action by going into MMA and doing something that's going to benefit him later in life. And it did. He's had a beautiful, wonderful, great career. He's represented the 209 like no one else could. You don't win every fight, but what Nate has done and what I appreciate as being an MMA fan, a UFC fan, and I'm sure a lot of other people can appreciate, is he did it his own way. He did it the 209 way, right? And that's different. He didn't conform to rules and regulations and listen to what Dana White or anyone else had to say. He did it how he wanted to do it. He smoked his little bit of yesta, right? And he trained homes and he was determined and he fought hard for his people and what he truly believed in. Now, all of a sudden, they bring in this monster, okay? There ain't no line, right? There's no doubt about it. Khamzat Chimaev, for those of you that follow the UFC, is a fucking monstro. Where are your antennas? When this motherfucker's picking people up, dragging them to the other side of the ring. Okay, this guy's pretty hardcore. But there's a difference between portraying the role hardcore and gangster and being one. Growing up where it's solidified, homes, where it's a fact, where all around you are nothing but hardcore gang members and gangsters. Okay, Nate Diaz has grown up around that. He's a product of that environment. He comes from the Stockton 209 district. Don't get it twisted, right? That's a fact. Okay, I'm not going to sit here and say Khamzat Chimaev doesn't come from a gangster area too. I can't call it like an alcoholic. Fill me up, unleaded. I'll take some, right? But at the same time, I will tell you, man, there's whole different levels to this shit. And in California, homes, we warn you, we'll bomb on you motherfuckers. Money, right? We're getting our issue on. Nate comes from that. Okay, so this fight that's going to happen Saturday, it's anticipated. A lot of people are watching it. Is it an old Folsom setup? Are they setting up Nate Diaz, man, to get ran over by this big boy, right? Are they setting up Nathan Diaz? I say, Charlie. I say, man, this is only going to help him excel and exceed. His performance is going to be lovely. Why? Because this is what people from the 209 Stockton area are built for. Adversity. You know what I mean? Fighting. This Vato's a fighter. This Vato ain't just a performer or an entertainer. He's a fighter. Okay, when you grow up on certain streets, certain alleys, certain blocks, certain barrios, certain turf, certain hoods, right? You got that fighting spirit in you. Okay, so this Vato comes from a line of fighters. So people got it twisted. I'm hearing all kinds of shit. Oh, this guy's just gonna run through Nate. The UFC set Nate up, man, to become a downfall because they don't like Nate's attitude or the way he's. But Nate ain't never switched up, homie. You got the game fucked up. Nate's been like this. This is the way Nathan Diaz has always been. About his shit and to do it his own way. Okay, his brother was the same exact way and continues as such. They're not going to switch up and conform to your rules and regulations because you think it needs to be that way. Charlie, Vatos coming from the 209 from the Stockton area are going to do it how they do it, homes. And that's on some thuggish rugged. It's the thuggish rugged bomb. They're going to do it on some thuggish rugged shit, right? And that's exactly what Nate has always done and how he'll continue to do it. Now, this Saturday, I'm going to be tuned, locked in. You know what I mean? I'm going to be watching this fight, representing and showing love and all my allegiance to the 209 area. Why? Because that's my area. Ain't nothing scarier than get bit by a motherfucking pit bull terrier, right? I grew up in the 209, Merced, California, Stockton. You already know what it is, man. It used to be all the way from Tulare County on back, right? But now we go ahead and keep it Centro Vallejo style. And I'm going to show love and respect, homes, and represent for Nate Diaz. Win, lose, or draw. Because that's what real motherfuckers do, right? You know, you got to show love to the hometown hero. Okay, now I'm not necessarily from Stockton, but I am from the 209 area. And so that in itself right there means I will fucking show love. You know, it doesn't matter. I'm a real motherfucker and I calls it like I sees it. If I think he's going to get his ass whooped, I'll say, you know what, Nate? Looks like you're going to get your ass whooped, right? I do believe it's going to be a hard fight. I do believe Nathan Diaz is going to pull this one off. I do believe he's underestimated. How can you underestimate a gangster? What's the definition of a gangster? A gangster, man, carries himself with dignity, pride, proud, homes. Someone that carries himself with machismo. Someone, homes, who carries himself with professionalism and class. This is something Nathan has always expressed and shown. Okay, he's never switched it up for anyone. The people that switch it up, it's okay, one day they're doing this, the next day they're doing that, the next day they're mad at this person, and they're happy with this person, and boop-a-da-boop-boop-boop, right? That shows a character flaw. Okay, do I think Khamzat Chimaev has a character flaw? I can't call it, I don't know that Vato like that. One thing I can say is he's gangsterish too. Gangsterish. But there's a difference between being gangsterish and being a real life gangster. Now, Nate isn't necessarily a gang member, a gangbanger. You know, a lot of people say he kicks it with the homies, or he kicks it with this, or he kicks it with that. Hey, you know what? I don't know that man's business and who he kicks it with. And that doesn't define him. What defines him is his character, the way he acts, the way he presents himself. That's exactly what I watch him for. That's exactly what we need to watch him for and show support for. Anyone that's from California, that's from the 209 area, stand up. You already know what it is, man. Nate Diaz is going to represent to the fullest for the people, by the people. Now, Raza, stand up, homes. It's about time that we have fighters, man, that show the character of man. Show us. Okay, someone that's not going to conform. Someone that's not going to listen and, hey, Sasuke, you got to go to work right now. All right. Now, fuck all that. Someone who's going to smoke his little leño and be like, hey, Holmes, I'll get there when I get there. I'm ready to fight whenever, right? These are the type of individuals, man, that I don't show a lackluster ability to represent, man. I show an initiative and I want to represent these people, and I want them to represent me because I like the stilo. I like the style. I grew up around it. Okay, I grew up around the 209. I grew up around some real gangsters. Nate Diaz represents that. But not only does he represent a gangster style, Holmes, he represents a man's man. Someone who's not going to fucking take dictation and do everything that you want him to do, Holmes, but do it at his own pace and do it viciously. Okay, Stockton Slappy, ready? He's about to hit you with the Stockton slap, 212s in the back. You know what it is, like a Mac, Holmes. Bang, bang, toma, palo. So I will be tuning in Saturday. I think as Raza, we need to show support, man, for our young Chicano Nate Diaz. I think we need to show support for everybody, man, that's ever fought for a cause, or anyone that's ever fought and took the initiative to make it happen. It's not an easy thing to get in that octagon and put the motherfucking, to put the people on their back, Holmes, and handle his business. But Nate's going to do that, and I definitely will be tuned in. Now, the 209 area, man, a lot of people get it fucked up, and they think straight up that some poop butts or some suckers come from the 209, and that's furthest from the truth. I'm going to tell you, we've always had our own style, our own flavor, Humps. We've always been a little bit thuggish, ruggish, just a little bit. Not too much, just a little bit, just enough. Right now, Stockton, murder capital, California, Humps. Hey, say it with your chest, right? Real life shit happens. Okay, so when you come from that area, Holmes, when you come from that creed, when you come from that style, you already know what it is, man. Now, I'm saying that, of course, the streets are separated from, of course, professional sports. But at the same time, man, you can't take the thug out of the motherfucking hood, man. You definitely can't take the hood out of the thug. So we're going to see what happens Saturday night. I just wanted to put a little quick memorandum out there for the people, you know what I mean? I definitely will be tuning in. I hope that you guys tune in and represent and show some respect. No matter what part of California you're from, we're all the same around this motherfucker. The Golden State, don't get us fucked up, Holmes. We bomb on you motherfuckers. With that being said, man, this is a quick one. I just wanted to throw it out there. You know, Nate Diaz, man, I rock with you to the fullest. I think we all should, man, because he's going to put his motherfucking life on the line against a monster, Khamzat, and we're going to see how it all turns out. With that being said, I hope that you move smooth with a purpose. I hope that you get everything that you want coming to you. Remember, at the end of the day, it's all about struggling and striving for your family. Nate's going to go out there and represent for Califas. It's time we represent for him, man. This may be his last fight, man. Let's show some support. Let's show some love. Hey, let's get this pay-per-view and let's make this shit happen. Bang, bang, in a 209 fashion. You already know what it is. If you like this, please hit that like and subscribe. I fucking appreciate you. You appreciate me? I appreciate you, right? If not, you can hit that thumbs down. Heavy is the head that wears the crown. I'm going to continue to struggle and strive for what I believe in, and that's the coming together of all people, man. The representamos of fucking Nate Diaz when he gets in that ring for the people, by far, Holmes, second to none. You already know what it is. This is the gun. Bang, bang, and in that fashion.